Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our analysis and thank you very much for taking your time to watch our videos and even to give feedback. I have said here that William Samoei Ruto must learn to tame his tongue, or his tongue will plunge him into the deepest pit of political oblivion where he will not come out again. In a leaked video that has gone viral, William Ruto has been heard as saying that after the nullification of the general election in 2017, Uhuru Kenyatta wanted to concede defeat, but William Ruto remained adamant and refused. And William Samoei Ruto, in his audio, describes the president as a man who was drunk and helpless.
Sindio? Mimi nikatoka hapa, nikafika State House. Kufika State House nikakuta rafiki yangu wako hapo. Sitaki kusema alikuwa anafanya nini, kwa sababu sisi ni wazee. So, ndio huyo sasa hii maneno sijui nini, mimi sitaki mimi nataka kwenda Ichaweri, wewe sijui sasa mimi sitaki, wacha tuachane na hii kitu. Mimi nikamwangalia, nikamwambia wewe, ni vile tu nilikuwa na heshima, ningemchapa kofi. Ati sisi tuache, ati tutoke hapa.
I do not understand why William Ruto went overboard. His timing is very critical, and the place where he was saying this is also very critical. In this video, I want us to try and look at the objectives of Ruto's audio and what he wanted to achieve. Before we get into this, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching our videos for the first time, kindly, I want to request you to take a moment and subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, share our videos and like them if you can, and to all our subscribers, thank you very much for the support that you're giving this channel. God bless you. William Ruto was talking to elders from Central Province, the Kikuyu elders. And that is the reason I'm saying that this place was very, very significant. William Ruto wanted to remind the Kikuyu community that in 2017, after they had campaigned together and Maraga nullified the elections that they believed they had won, Uhuru gave up. And he's the one who went and literally carried Uhuru in his shoulders and told him, come on man, we cannot allow this to happen. This is our victory and we cannot allow it to be stolen by someone. He was reminding the Kikuyu nation that he's the one who helped their son. He's the one who made their son to become the president. That were it not for him, the president would have not gone for a second term. And in a way, he's telling them that this is the time that the Kikuyu nation must reciprocate and must also rally behind him, because we only have a few days to the election. He's reminding them that he stood by them in 2017 when everything was tough, when it was very unpopular. So it is their turn to rally behind him. Ruto also wants to remind the Mount Kenya electorate that the person who went to court and made the elections to be nullified is none other than Raila Odinga, the man who is now receiving much support from the president. And Ruto wants to remind the Kikuyu community that I stood by your son, but he's now abandoned me. He's now supporting our enemy, the enemy who went to court, the enemy who made our elections to be nullified. And it's a kind of giving them a coded message and requesting them that they should not follow Mr. President in his bid, in his quest to make Raila president. And is telling them that it is my turn, have sympathy, understand that I stood by your side, understand that I stood by your son. Don't vote for Raila Odinga. He went to court. He's the one who almost caused your son not to become the president of Kenya. Mr. Samuel Ruto wants to describe the president as a man who cannot take tough decisions in critical situations. Because if you listen to that video, he's articulating very clearly that at a time when the president needed to stand up, to rise up and make a decision, when the elections were nullified, he wanted to give up and he took to drinking. Because William Samuel Ruto says that siwezi sema kitu alikuwa anafanya because sisi ni wazee. And he adds that I took him to Bama. Let us face the reality because this is honest talk. William is saying that he found Uhuru a drunk man and he took him to Bama to take some nyama kutoa lock. And he is trying to juxtapose himself with the president. And he's saying that he is a tough man who makes decisions. Because when he went there, the president wanted to give up. The president was drunk. So what is he trying to say? That if he had not gone there, the president would have drunk himself the whole night. The president would have given up. Actually, he's telling the Kikuyu nation that he is the one who helped the president make that decision. He told him, we cannot let this, we won, and he took him to Bama. And if you listen to this video,
hapo awali nilikuwa rais mtarajiwa, si ni kweli? Si Maraga na watu yake hao wakora hao wamesema ati basi hiyo uchaguzi ipotee, si ndivyo wamesema? Sasa mimi sana sio rais mtarajiwa, mimi ni rais ambao amekalia kiti. Sijui kama mnaelewa vile nawaambia. Mimi tena hiyo sio rais mtarajiwa. Sijui kama mnanishika. Maraga ajue ya kwamba sasa ana deal na rais ambaye amekalia kiti. Tumeelewana wenzangu? Tumeelewana? Tumerudi kazini. Sasa ni kampeni. Na rais amekalia kiti. Na ako tayari kupambana na wenzake. Au namna gani Bama? Tuko pamoja? Tuko pamoja? Tuko pamoja? Nionyesheni kwa mikono wale wanasema tuko pamoja.
And William is saying that is the one who, took him out from State House and took him to Bama. William wants to remind his constituency that he is a man who is tough, that you cannot rig his elections, because it is like when there's something saying that he had told Uhuru to be watchful, to be vigilant and very vigilant. And Uhuru had assured him that everything is okay. But when he went to State House, things were very different. And he proves himself to be a man who is tough, a man who cannot allow the elections to be stolen. If you look at 2007, when William Ruto was with Raila Odinga, when the elections were being rigged back then by the ECK, Electoral Commission of Kenya, led by Kivitu back then, William Ruto stormed KICC and gave warning, refused that they could not take anything less than a victory, less than a win, because he believed those elections were being rigged and stolen. And he has proved.
For example, in Juja, and let's be candid. In Juja, the total number of votes obtained by all the parliamentary candidates is 85,000. The president has 100,000. Now it means 15,000 people voted for the president and walked away. They didn't vote for the parliamentary candidate. I mean, how is that possible? So we are saying as the Orange Democratic Movement that we want the commission to make an announcement on the basis of results that are authentic and that have a basis and that have supporting documents. The commission have told us that they have sent a plane to look for these results. We have been told that it will be ready by about 3 o'clock. We want to verify those things before any announcement is made, because we have figures everywhere and every other place have figures. Let me finalize by saying all the documents that we have show clearly that Raila Amolo Odinga has 4,215,437 and Honorable Mwai Kibaki has 3,748,261 votes. That is what we have. And if the commission is going to announce other results, they must tell us on the basis of what.
Himself to be a man who is very tough. His manifestation during times of crisis is, one that really shows a Trojan horse, a man who does not look back. And in a way, he's telling his constituents, his supporters, the Kikuyu Nation, and everyone that my elections cannot be stolen. And this was like an assurance that if you vote for me, the deep state, the government, the system cannot rid me of my elections. But the same loose tongue that he has been using, because William Ruto is an orator, we have to accept it. Given a chance, he knows how to articulate issues. He can lie. He's a master of propaganda. He's a master of doublespeak. You know what he has always said about the stadium that was to be built in every county? You know how he has talked about Mitumba at one point, saying that he will do away with the Mitumba. And when Raila speaks about it, he says that Raila wants to, take out people, chase them out of business. You know how he said he defended the port when the port was being taken to Naivasha, and he articulated the economic importance of the port. Now he's back telling the Mombasa people that when he becomes president, he will revert it back to Mombasa, that it was taken illegally. Even recently, the president, after William Ruto launched his manifesto, the president wondered loudly why all these things that Ruto says he will do, why he hasn't done them when he is the deputy president, the second in command. Now, his loose tongue has sometimes helped him, because there are people who buy those propaganda. There are people who buy his lies. But I can assure you that after the leaked audio, William Ruto is going to lose very many supporters. Even those who are undecided, if he was hoping to get some of them, I'm assuring you that he's going to lose. Look at what is happening here. Because he was trying to prove himself as a man who is tough, a man who helped Mr. President, a man who can, make tough decisions in times of crisis. But at the same time, if you look at the other side of the coin, there is a point that William Samoei Ruto missed. The president in Sagana explained that after the elections, there were violence. And the president was wondering what he was supposed to do, because people were killing each other. But he says that William Ruto kept on telling him that he should stand firm, Kangumu, that you have the security.
ndeyumia ni nie ndiraturwo kana ni uria wi kuria kioskini ni uria wi kuria Mathare ni uria wi kuria Kawangware ni uria wi kuria Dandora no uratiru Nirwa ati Kangumu serikali tuko na serikali Kangumu no ndegeikare nie gutire gwaingira gwakwa na aria marandara gutire ukaingira kwao no aria mathurire ri nao maragiturwo no nie ngiuga nie nengumucaria muthuri ucio nengumucaria twarie.
And the president has proved William Ruto that William Ruto is power hungry. He's a man who can do anything to get to power. He doesn't care whether people are dying. He doesn't care whether businesses are being burnt down, because this is exactly what Ruto proved. Because when the president wanted to think otherwise, perhaps thought of people who are killing each other and he wanted to give up, William Ruto told him, no, we have won this. And so he has proved the president right. The president at some point when he was talking about what Ruto did and all this, people thought maybe he was exaggerating. And it is now true that this was the beginning of their separate ways. This is the reason why they could not read from the same page. William Ruto is gone into these elections and he has painted a picture for himself as a man who cannot accept defeat, as a man who can do anything to get to power. His loose tongue has messed him. How I wish that those who handle William Ruto can help him know what to say and where. Even though he's trying to gain political mileage, he should also, just pause for a second and think of what will happen if the other side of the coin is turned. Because it is now turning out that he is a man who is messy. He cannot be trusted with office. The last thing that very many people have talked about is that in that video, William Ruto said that he almost slapped the president. Look at that. Just listen to himself. How do you even say that? And people are recording. We are in a digital world. Because it has gone around. Everyone is now saying that he wanted, to slap his boss.